Hello everyone, welcome to another vlog here on the World of Coasters. Today we have come from Joyland. We're in Great Yarmouth. Filmed a Joyland vlog just now and we've headed over to Yarmouth Pleasure Beach. We're just coming up to the park now, which is why I haven't got my face covering on at the moment. We've got to go to Gate A. Louise has got the tickets. This is the first time we've vlogged this park. Like, we've been here before, but we've only ever done one coaster credit here, which is the vintage roller coaster. But they're offering a 4-hour time slot for £12, which was a bargain. Obviously unlimited rides, wristbands. There's a good selection of rides here, a couple of kiddie rides. There's 4 coaster credits here in total, and a new SBF Visa ride, which you can just make out the tower over here, which we'll have to give a go. Hopefully the crowds won't be too busy. It is a Saturday today, but yeah, we should also be able to film on the rides. So we got the Hero 8 on us, so we can take you on all the rides with us. So yeah, this is the second park of our UK mega trip. Of course, we're away for 11 days on this trip, so there's a lot of parks to come. The entrance is just over there, but if you're a ticket holder, you only can get in through pre-booked tickets. So Louise has got tickets there. And we're going to go in and get some rides done. I'm excited because, like I say, we haven't vlogged this park before. We haven't done a lot of the attractions here, so in we go. Right, so we're in the park now. It is a totally closed off park. Normally you can walk into this one and pay tokens, but you only get entry with your entry pass. There's no wristbands or anything like that. So yeah, it's not overly busy. But here's the new ride from SBF Visa. It looks really cool. So you've got this tower. It's a bit like a Dumbo ride, but on steroids. So it goes up, you've got control of the pitch and yaw. But it does look like it might be closed at the moment. So there's the joystick. Shame it's not open today by the looks of it, because I would have loved to have gotten this. So where are we going to go first? Are we going to start on one of the coasters, or what do you fancy? The roller coaster, the classic, the 1932 side friction coaster, which actually still has a brakeman on it. It's definitely a good one. The only other one of those in the country is the one at Dreamland, which is the Scenic Railway. Obviously we've been on that and it's not as good as the roller coaster. So crowd levels at the moment aren't too bad. Like I say, you have no wristbands, but obviously it's a Saturday, so it's going to be busier. They've got a good few dark rides here. 4 coasters, including a couple of spinners over there, a couple of Zampalas. I don't think that is a Zampara. I think that's an SBF Visa one. But like I said, we're heading over to the roller coaster first. They haven't made it compulsory for you to wear a mask in the park, nor on the rides from what I can tell, but we'll be wearing masks just for our own safety more than anything. But yeah, let's go on some rides and enjoy the day. So they've got social distance markers on the floor, and yeah, probably a couple of trains running on this. So yeah, there's social distancing groups between each car by the looks of it, and the brakeman's obviously got to be on here, but no face mask required on. We will be wearing them, however. There we go, we're going to be on the red train. And I was just saying to Louise, absolutely no up-stops on this coaster, so it's just side friction, so there's nothing to stop it coming off the tracks. That's why it's got a brakeman on it. So we're going to be on quite near the front, just behind the brakeman, so good view. Right, so we're on, and we're right behind the brakeman, so we've got a super secure lap bar. And yeah, we're not too far from the front, but enjoy the ride, guys. This is a good one, isn't it, Lou?
Yeah, it's a really good one.
Just straight over the edge. Here we go. That's the first one, not the biggest. Only round now. Let's see what the brakeman's doing. Here comes the big one in a minute. High up on the thing, and it really does go down. Here we go. upside down, that is a classic. We've been on that one before, haven't we? It's the only credit we've got from here.
Love how smooth that one is. Like compared to like Scenic Railway, that one is so smooth.
When you think it's 1932, like it's nothing amazing, but for the time, like that must have been.
I love it.
It is a good coaster. Anyway, like I said, behind us is the Whirlwind, which is an SBF Visa spinner, just a figure of 8 track. We're going to come back to that, but we're going over to Snails.
Snails for the second.
These are the more modern Snails. These ones, they go in and out of the Scenic Railway, and then.
Not the Scenic Railway.
But it is a Scenic Railway. That's the type of coaster.
It's not called that.
So that's why I keep calling it. It's a Scenic Railway type of coaster, but it's called the roller coaster. So anyway, the Snails here are a bit more modern. They go inside the Scenic Railway. And then I was just about to say, over behind here we got a wacky worm and a spinner to do. So yeah, we've got quite a few rides to do here today, but as you can see, we just kind of push each other along. We're going to give it a bit of a push. So I'm asking Louise which snail she wants.
The policeman is already...
The policeman's gone, so you've got the graduates and, I don't know, farmer, the crown, and oh, she's definitely something. Why has that snail got boobs? Right, so we're on the snail ride, which our restraint doesn't work.
She's loose.
Yeah, she's been used a lot, this snail. She's going to take us through the fairy tales. Never been on this one. Could use with some music. Here's the camera. I'm smiling under my mask, obviously. But yeah, some pretty good theming, and it was just like you simple paperwork and a bit of paper mache on it.
Wow, that is so close to your head.
Yeah, the head clearance maybe isn't amazing, but you get some good shots of the roller coaster here, by the looks of it. But look at the drops on this, it's quite impressive really. Like, timing would say a roller coaster would go down that drop now, but looking we're going to be quite unlucky. Come on, Mary. You don't realise how big this coaster is until you get in the middle. Over at the top we've got the Monorail going, which we'll go on later. A running theme with this park though, when we went on that last, the restraint didn't work for that either, did it? So hopefully the Mexican snail. So it's definitely not as good as the one at Joyland, because the Joyland one gets some speed. But yeah, we're going to be going on to our next ride, which is, it's a wacky worm. It's a Big Apple wacky worm with the classic Big Apple theming. These coasters were really big in the 80s and 90s. Normally struggle on the hill, but yeah, it's a credit. We need the credit. So we've got this one to do, and what looks like an SBF Visa spinner behind it, and then one more credit. So let's get in the queue for this one and go on the Big Apple. So we're on the wacky worm. We've had to sit separately because there's not a whole lot of legroom in these, but the things I will do for a credit. Don't you love me, Lou? No, you got the back row, you're going to get the air time. I don't know, but they've got stickers for no using individual rows. But originally they wanted us to have the same seat, and that ain't going to work. I can barely get my knees in this thing. So I hope the restraint's down. There we go. Got the restraint down one click, so I'm on it. Right, so here we go. Credit 151. Just a wacky worm, but a credit's a credit. Just show how close you are to the seafront here. Into the core of an apple. Here we go. Reminds me of a Slinky Dog Dash, a ride that we should have been going on had we been in Florida today. Here we go, here comes the first drop, but it has a trim brake on it. How much trimming are we getting? A fair amount of trim. And back into the apple. So from one coaster to another, we're going to be heading over to this spinner now, which looks like, I think it's an SBF Visa spinner, but it's got this like pretty unique 2-section hill lift, and it's just walk-on, so we're going to go straight on this. So from one ride to another, credit 152 for me. A little spinner. And the artwork on the back is amazing, isn't it, Lou? See you on the ride. Right, so without much interval. Oh my god! As I was about to say, without much of an interval, straight up to the next ride.
Wait, what
And this is the most janky spinner I've ever been on. I hope we survive this.
I'm not gonna forgive you. You brace me. Brace me, brace me, brace me, brace me. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up. I just know it. Smoothness! Oh, that trim was good.
How was that brake about?
That trim just took all the speed out. Oh, they'll pop a fair time. Whoa, god, whiplash and trim.
That is so random.
And a bit more spin, and there's another trim coming up before this drop. Oh, not too bad, oh my god! Oh, smoothness! The naturals! Oh, we need to trim, we need to trim! Why do they not have a trim when there should be one? No trim required up there, but a trim is required before that last corner. Right, so we've just come off of the Family Star Coaster, which, like I say, has some really interesting artwork. But also, I'm sure Louise would agree, that was not very friendly.
Yeah, it was still better than the bright one. That was
Like, honestly, the trims were all in the wrong place on that. Like I say, that last corner really needed a trim brake before it went down that last drop. But yeah, a credit is a credit. 152 for me. A strange little one, which means there's one more credit to do in this park, which is down that end, which we're going to do towards the end. We're currently in the queue for not the toilets, we're in the queue for the ghost train, which we've been on this before, I think, and it wasn't too cheesy, was it?
I don't remember that.
I just think it's your standard ghost train. I'll take the camcorder on and we'll see you on the ride, but it's got a lovely facade, this one. Now you can't see a lot.
I'm scared. I'm actually scared. It's really dark.
It's really dark and it smells very musty. Looks like it's going to be a quality ride.
It's actually quite good.
It is. It looks like it's had a. I don't remember how it was like last time, but I don't remember it being this detailed. It looks like it's had some work done. We got the classic artwork from. This is at Alton Towers and Jewel, these ones. These are quite widely used in the theme park industry. Yeah, it's quite a good ghost train actually. Some good level of theming. Like, it's low budget, but there is good theming in here. All it's missing really is a bit of a theme song. Lou, what did you think of the haunted house? Or the haunted house? It was actually really good. Like we've been on it before, because when we come here before we got tokens, and you obviously get bonus tokens the more you spend. But other than the roller coaster that and a couple of other the dark rides, we haven't been on a lot here, and I don't recall it being that good a ride. So I was impressed. You know, some good theming in there. Like it's low budget, but it's good low budget theming. Anyway, I think we're heading over to the other side of the park now to maybe get the last coaster credit, which is a SBF Visa spinner modern version, not this one over here. And it just, you know, it's the last credit here, just a simple figure of 8, but a cred's a cred. Hopefully we won't spin too much, because if we spin too much I'm probably going to hell. So the queue's now getting a bit longer. This is the queue for the coaster, it's going out the entrance. We've got the monorail to do over here as well, Lou.
Yeah.
You updating the Instagram?
Yeah.
Plug for the Instagram. Follow us on Instagram, World of Coasters Official, where we'll be updating you throughout our trip and other trips in the future. Here's the monorail we'll be going on later, and just over here is the SBF Visa spinner. You get about 4 circuits on this. It's just your basic spinner. Louise is joining me on this one because she doesn't like the idea of spinning uncontrollably in a figure of 8.
Not again.
So she's going to film me from the sidelines.
Where should I film you from?
Well, there's a wall over there, there's a couple of benches, so you're missing out on the credit. You have a change of heart. Just told her that she's going to miss out on the credit.
No, he said I could have £10 if I went on there. Don't lie.
I didn't.
Don't lie, that's what you said.
Yeah, so...
Are you giving me the £10
I said
later?
I said you're going to miss out on the credit and she couldn't resist, so we'll see you on the ride. Right, so we're on the ride. Louise, you're coming on.
Yes.
It is a little buckety, but these are like budget coasters made by SBF Visa, which they seem to be making leaps and bounds. They're doing what Zampala did a few years back, where they're just really springing up everywhere. This has been here for a few years now. It's a simple figure of 8. And these cool little spinning cars, which remind me a bit of the Mao ones. So we'll just pull our lap bars down now. Probably going to regret this because we might spin loads. Oh, you just stay from me. Like, this is the first one of these I've ever been on, so I don't know how nauseating it is, but it spins a lot. It's a figure of 8 and it spins, so it can't be good. Let's hope we don't spin too much, because they're free spinning cars, even though it does remind me a bit of the Max spinner. Here we go.
How many circuits is there?
Probably about 4 or 5, I say, I hope. Oh god! Whoa! Okay, we're in quite a well balanced car.
Luckily.
So, you know, we're not spinning too much. This is a controllable amount of spin, but I imagine it can get pretty nasty very quickly. Whoa! Good whip on that. Whoa!
He says that.
Oh god, here we go. Oh no, no, the spinning. Stop it. I don't do spinning very well. Right, so let's give you a point of view of this nauseating machine. Oh, oh god, I don't like it. Okay, that could be the last one now. Oh! Okay, we're countering, we're going the other way, please.
Oh, it's the same style.
Oh, okay. I regret it when I say this was a balanced car, it really isn't. Do you regret going on this one? Because I do. A credit's a credit, come on. This is the 5th circuit, I think. Or 5th, can we just stop it now? For the sake of me. God. Thank God I got this mask on. Because it could be messy. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. It's not too bad when it's like this. I can deal with this. There we go, that's it. So now when it returns to the station, it just takes you back in. Takes you in like this. So it uses the little kicker wheels as you brake back into the station. Real budget ride, but you know, if you're a small park, adds a coaster to your lineup, doesn't it? So we've just come off Whirlwind, and I will happily say that is one of those rides, like a Vekoma Boomerang, I would just do for the credit. Lou, do you regret coming on that with me? So yeah, we're gonna have a sit down for 5 minutes before we go on the next ride. I don't know what the rules are about leaving the park and coming back in, because I've got loads of water in the car. It would be nice to go get one, but I don't know if I'm going to be allowed back in if I leave. So give us a minute, and well, for you it won't be a minute, it'll be an instant cut. We'll see you in a minute on when we decide what we're doing next. Right, so I've come to the rescue with another bottle of water. Because we're on our travels at the moment, we've got quite a lot of stuff in the back of the car. We've got like an absolute huge pack of these. I think there's 24 in a pack from Costco the other week. So it's like, don't want to pay for water and get it from the car. They let us leave the park using one of the side gates, and the bloke just let me back in with my ticket. So that's good. So we're staying hydrated now, just having a quick 5-minute break. Crowd level seems to be dropping off a bit now. It's coming up to around, let's see, what is the time? It's around 3 o'clock now, so all the coaster credits are done. So all 4 credits done. And I think, to be honest, there's only a few more rides we want to do. Do you want to re-ride the roller coaster at the end of the day?
Maybe.
Maybe.
the 4D cinema.
So there's a 4D cinema showing The Son of Bigfoot, I think it was called, and this Dumbo ride here, which I think Louise wants to do.
That one.
Yep, that's the one. Other than that, that's all the rides we really want to do. Maybe the Dodgems. So here's our next ride of the day. It's going to be the Monorails. Like I said before, we've been on this one before and the restraint wasn't working, so that'd be interesting to see if that works. But you get some good views from up here. Right, so Hank's Monorail is the name of this one. It's normally 2 tokens, so £2. Right near one of the children's steeplechase and opposite the roller coaster. So the exit kind of comes on to the entrance here, which is a bit odd. Again, this is another one we've been on before. So we'll see you on the ride. On Hank's Monorail. We've had to put the bag in the back because there's not much over here. But the lap bar, Lou, is it working?
Yeah.
It is, which is good because last time it wasn't. And like I said, this is just your simple monorail ride. Just takes you around the park. Well, I say around the park, it takes you around the roller coaster. So you should get some nice off-ride shots of this and just enjoy the nice weather. Just failed. That's not good, Lou, is it?
No, it just always does about halfway.
Yeah, but it just made a ping noise and came up. So Louise is trying to get a POV, and yeah, at least they got the doors on this now. I don't recall them being there last time. But yeah, amazing safety on this ride. So here's one of the other entrances, Gate D. No one seems to really come through this one. We're now into...
They need a draw this end of the park, don't they?
Yeah, they do really. Like, they've got room. They could build a small coaster here. The monorail kind of restricts it, but they could. This is the longest, straightest bit in the world when you're on Roller Coaster Tycoon and you just press auto complete. Right, so with Hank's Monorail out of the way, we've decided that we're going to make our final sweep of the park now. So we're going to go on the roller coaster while we're up this end of the park and head towards the exit. Not many more rides we're going to go on, I don't think, because there's quite a few flats, and we'll probably do the 4D cinema that Louise wanted to do. And we'll have a look at that SBF Visa ride that was new for this year, but it hasn't been running, which is a shame. So I'd like to show it to you. So we'll see you on the roller coaster. we've just come off of a front row, well, a second row, but you can't have front row because it's closed. We were originally mid-train, like towards the back of the second carriage, yeah. And somehow we ended up in the front. Like, don't ask how. It was like, do you want to go up to the front? It's like, okay then. Maybe they saw the GoPro. But yeah, it's a good ride at the front. The drops are amazing. You can physically feel the car lifting as it goes over the top of the hills. Obviously they're big heavy trains, but it's a really good ride. The Hypersmooth definitely had its work cut out for itself on that, so it'd be interesting to see how that pod looks. Anyway, we're just about done here. We're just going to have our final walk through the park. I think Louise wants to do the 4D cinema. They're limiting the theatre to 20 people, so I won't be able to film at that because obviously it's 4D cinema. You're not allowed to film in them because they're cinemas.
It might be shut.
It might be shut because it is near park closing. It's 3:30 now and the crowds are dropping off substantially. But yeah, I've had a really good day here. Like, we've only had a few hours here, a few hours at Joyland, but you know, it's been good here. Like, you know, they implement the social distancing well. Probably the only thing I'll say is they're not making it compulsory for you to wear masks on the rides. But like, I feel that you should have to wear masks in queues and on some of the faster rides. It just avoids, because obviously if you're on a roller coaster and say you cough on the handrail or something like that, it just stops you your spit and all that going over the handrail. I know people cover their mouths and that sort of thing, but you know, it can't be avoided in some situations. So yeah. Crowd's dropping off now, like I say, as we head through towards the 4D cinema. So we've got the Fun Factory here, which we've been on before, and we're going to give this one a miss for one of two reasons. One, it's an absolute lethal fun house. Last time I went on it, I think Louise ended up on her backside, which wasn't too great. And it's quite a high contact ride, and there's no hand sanitizer at the front, so people, you know, aren't hand sanitizing. There's obviously a lot of touching involved on that, so we're just going to avoid it. Anyway, we're going into the 4D cinema to watch Son of Bigfoot in 4D. Right, so this is probably going to be the last ride, but we'll have a look at the SBS Visa ride after this. 6 minutes till our show time, no one in the queue. So we've just come off of the 3D cinema, or 4D cinema over. Pretty
What is with you today?
Oh, I'm just tired. It's been a long day. So, what did you think of that? It wasn't too bad. Pretty mediocre as they go.
It was quite short, but it was good. It was like quite high budget.
I'd probably say it's about a 40-man cinema, really, like capacity-wise. But it was made by the people from, I think, either DreamWorks or Sony. But yeah,
it's like I've dribbled on my top.
Yeah, you got a bit wet, didn't you? Anyway, park closes in about 10 minutes now, so we're just going to have a quick look at Lightning 360, which is this new SBF Visa ride. Sadly, it's closed. It has been open, but yeah, I would have went on this. Louise definitely wouldn't have.
I would have if I had my own one, because I don't want to be in with those.
Okay, so it's the only one in the world at the moment. It's a brand new model from SBF Visa.
So you get to control it?
Yeah, you get to control it. So it's like a Dumbo, and then it's on a tower, which has a joystick which allows you to tilt and tip it. So yeah, shame we can't get on this, but definitely one to ride in the future, I think. So the log flume you access by going round. There's the entrance to the Pleasure Beach over there. You access it by going to the right near gate A where you come in. We're going to give this one a miss because it is quite a super soaker log flume. The weather is nice, but we're going to be heading over to our accommodation shortly and don't want to be soaked. This log flume is it has this soak zone, so if you time it wrong you're going to get splashed, but normally this one's closed, and I've always said, oh my god, every time they should do some cleaning around the tower. But there you go, bit of a super soaker if you pop it wrong. But yeah, this tower structure here, I always think they should theme up in some way, shape or form as like a mountain. That'd be pretty cool. I know it's probably a bit high budget, but yeah, this log flume uses salt water rather than chlorinated water, so comes straight from the sea. Right, so anyway guys, I had a really good day here actually. We've been here, what, about 3 hours?
Yeah.
So yeah, got all the rides done. It was well worth it. Like at the moment they're doing the time slots, so it's £12 for a 4-hour slot, which I think is personally great value for money.
I mean, they were much more clear than Brighton.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's another level, isn't it?
Yeah, Brighton did like an hour-and-a-half slot and it was still full price, which I found really strange. But yeah, had a great day guys. I hope you enjoyed the videos. By all means leave a like, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next leg of our trip, which will be at Pleasurewood Hills. So